What's up guys, Bloodshed here, bringing you the new revamped spider set for Diablo 3 patch 272 and season 25. Now they just redid it and this is what the 6-piece bonus looks like, or the 2 and 4-piece got changed mostly. So now you summon a permanent spider queen connected to you. You can see this little tether, we got like this umbilical cord thing. A real quick feedback, I wish there would be like some kind of diamond over the enemy's head, or like, you know, when you have a Firebird set and you ignite the enemies, you can see the ignite procs on the enemies. It would be nice to know what we tag with this. So you have to tag enemies with this, but it's a lot easier than you think. You don't have to, it's not so cumbersome, right? When you use your generator, the queen goes to your location so you can see it kind of going in a circle. So like for instance, if Tyrael was the elite, we can kind of throw it slightly behind him and the queen would go behind him, and it works. But you know, when you're pushing and there's 100, 200 mobs around you, it's hard to see everything. So just assume to aim right behind, it looks like maybe slightly behind the enemy. And then you have to be in this web to get your damage reduction. So the 2-piece, summon a spider queen, you're connected by a thread. Enemies caught in the thread are infested. Corpse spiders attack against enemies that are infested, get bonus damage basically, right? The spider queen is commanded to move where you cast your corpse spiders, and corpse spiders now spawn with health. They're all pets now too, by the way. So you're gonna see things like the Mask of Jaram. The lawn versions of the build have like Tasker and Theo in them. You know, some of them do. So the Enforcer gem, all that good stuff. And we're gonna get into some gameplay. I just wanna cover the new set to get everyone up to speed on everything. The Spider Queen now leaves behind a web, which you saw. It gives you 75% damage reduction, and it lasts for 4 seconds. So even if you're not always in it, you know, you still get that damage reduction for 4 seconds after that. So that's nice. And then the 6-piece bonus, you get 17,500 damage. So that's just an easy flat damage increase. Really quick before we get into the gameplay, if you could like the video, I would appreciate it, guys. Thank you very much. So here is our Ptr footage today using the Arachyr set. If you don't know, we test with 800 Paragon. This season I'm only using level 25 legendary gem levels because the Soul Shard theme, the two, one you get in your helmet and the one you get in the weapon, is so damn strong, right? So it just kind of gives me an idea of how builds are performing at low gear levels. Obviously you're gonna have at least 80 to 100 gems, I'm hoping, in your weapons, like, you know, like the trapped and all that stuff. So 25 gem levels, 800 Paragon, no augments. We have usually less than 10k Paragon or 10k main stat in the build. You definitely want to stand in Oculus rings, as you can see. You can see me kind of throwing behind him. I'm also trying out different strats, like, you know, using John to run around him to tag him with the infested umbilical cord, spider cord. But you can't really see much, even in this, all this visual noise, you can't really see anything. So I would appreciate like a little purple diamond, or like a little maybe green diamond, or I don't know, maybe a little web icon, maybe like little baby web icons would be cute. Overall, the build's performing extremely well. We pretty much bodied this 120. And one thing I could say after playing the build, it doesn't feel like a lot of effort. It's a low effort stoner kind of build. You know, I didn't really feel like I even did anything. Maybe it didn't feel like I was working. Like when I play Frenzy Barb, I work for it. You know, like we're positioning, we're juking things, we're using life on hit to stay alive. You know, this is chill, honestly. You're just kind of throwing your pots around, you get some ASMR pot breakage, and there's really nothing crazy, you know? So it looks like I got a Condi here. Let's skip ahead to no Condi gameplay so you can see the power. Oh, this is good. Toward the ends of the rift, we're just cruising and bruising here, destroying elites. Yeah, I mean, there's really, just use Jaunt to juke affixes when you can. We're using, I'll go over the build in a minute. The Rift Guardian might surprise you. So when you fight the Rift Guardian in this build, it kills the RG currently, in this current iteration of the build. Remember, it's the PTR, things can change, you know. Check the website. I have a website in the description of this video, bloodshed.com, just like how it's spelled on my YouTube channel. So that's where you find all the most updated builds, right, is on the YouTube channel. But your single target is faster than Frenzy right now. It's crazy. Crazy Rift Guardian killing potential. So I'll let it ride here And then you guys can see we don't have anything. We just have shield pylon. So here's Vesalius, right? And just look at the health bar. Woo! Okay, wow. Yeah, it just ramps up like crazy fast. All the little spiders, just the freaking arachnophobia attacking everything. It's pretty bonkers. So here's the version of the build that I'm currently working on. We are using the 2 new Soul Shard gems for this season. One of them is called Dreg of Lies. If you didn't know, they revamped Dreg yesterday on the PTR. Each time your pet hits an enemy, your damage is increased by 1% for 5 seconds. This stacks up to 100 times. When you hit 100 stacks, it goes back to 0. And then, of course, you deal 25% less damage, but your pets deal 50% increased damage. So this Dreg gem is really good. I have one with physical on it too, since I'm using Widowmakers. It's a physical build. For the Helm gem, we're using the Terror gem. The Terror gem's still really good. I'm going for the attack speed and crit combo with the flat damage combo, of course. But you can use a lot of different things. The Ring of Fire is working really well in this current season. One thing to note, if you're looking at the PTR leaderboard and you see people using the cheat death affix with this gem, that's bugged. The cheat death affix is killing everything. There's another bug on the PTR. So if you see that, like, oh damn, this build's doing really well, just look at the Dreg gem, that's this green one, and make sure that they're not using the cheat death one, because that's going to completely change the results and the outcome of everything. So that's why we're here, man, to let you guys know what's legit and what's not legit. So anyway, here's the build. Widowmaker, Piranha, Jaunt, Languish, Frightening Aspect, and Ghost Trance, right? You can see the passives, you can see the cube. Right now, currently, I think I'm rocking double crit cooldown just to have Jaunts, to have Horrifies, Big Bad Voodoos on cooldown, Try to get area damage where I can. Double crit cooldown AD, maybe, would be nice. Depth Diggers, they do get affected by Depth Diggers also. So it's kind of a weird build where it's a generator and a pet build, kind of like how old Mundanugu used to be, similar. We're using the new Mojo. Like, why are you using this Mojo? This also got revamped, this patch. After the initial duration of Spirit Walk, it will continue to last until you attack 3 times or an elite is within 20 yards of you. So this is incredible for speeds. All you have to do is put Severance instead of Jaunt for speeds, and then you go super fast, and you get 100% increased boosted damage on that. So you want to be triggering it a lot to get that extra damage also. So cooldown is kind of important. I'm using Squirt's Necklace. I feel really tanky using it, but you can always drop it for a Hellfire with the cheat death passive, right? Spirit Vessel. That's probably what I'll do on hardcore. But right now I feel comfortable with the build, but I could see myself doing that. Or you can drop Swampland and go cheat death there. I'm using the Templar because I'm used to using his 5-second cheat death immunity, but you can use any of them. The Scoundrel for damage, the Enchantress for more attack speed, which is good too. A lot more damage there. Cooldown also. Overall really good. They changed Lakumbas, so now you only need to get 1 to 3 stacks to get your full 60% damage from Lakumba, so it's a really nice quality of life change for that. Sometimes on softcore when you die, you only have 1 stack. It goes from 1 to 3, so you can actually only need 1 stack to get your full 60%, and then you get a little bit of benefit if you go past 3 stacks with Sacred Harvester. So Sacred Harvester, I decided to go with Wormwood, not Sacred Harvester in this build. That way it procs Ring of Emptiness. So again, I know I'm dropping a lot of info. Ring of Emptiness now affects pets besides fetishes, your non-fetish pets now. So Ring of Emptiness works with Helltooth, Gargantuans. We were working on a build with Lon Gargantuan. There's a dude on the leaderboard pushing with this, but he's using the gem that is bugged, right? But yeah, this works for the most part. It's not as strong as Arachyr right now, but you could go Lon Spiders and use Gargantuan. So maybe I'll just hover through it really quick in case anybody wants to play this. We were getting through the 120. It wasn't spectacular, but we were getting through it, If it went live today, I'd probably play Arachyr instead of Lon. So yeah, Ring of Emptiness now works also. A lot of gems, huh? A lot of gems dropping here. This build's fun to play. It's just not flashy enough. And maybe if I had one criticism, having the little spider icons or like having this beam be brighter or something. Maybe the web effect is like a translucent or glowy. I don't know, man. It feels like when there's a bunch of enemies around, you can't even see what's happening. It feels and plays like a Mundanugu dock, but there's no flashy spirit barrage or anything like that. So if Mundanugu's the AoE clear, Arachyr is the single target beast, as you saw with the Rift Guardian. And maybe a little bit of like a visual update would be nice, but to actually play the build, you just want to keep everything off cooldown because we're using the Terror Gem. So if any build this season has a Terror Gem in it, you want to just make sure everything's off cooldown so you get those stats, right? Essentially. Unless the build revolves around you saving everything for COE, like Firebird kind of waits for COE a little bit, or Paj. Yeah, you pretty much just spam everything and then jump in Oculus Rings to get that damage boost. Hold down your generator. Remember, cast a little bit behind the target. And that's it, man. You just pretty much spam and kick ass. You guys will get it. Check the website for the latest, greatest version. It's gonna be there. I'm gonna fully update my website for next season. It's not updated yet. I'm waiting for the final patch notes before I take the time and really crunch out the numbers. We get everything in D3 Planner and figure everything out. Thanks again for watching. Thanks for liking, supporting. I'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm not streaming, but I will try to get a video out for you guys also. This is Blood. I'm out of here. Peace.